What if you finally managed to trap the man who had been destroying your family? The police arrive. They search his home. They find suspicious evidence. And Max Cady, the man who has spent weeks turning your life into a living nightmare, is finally taken away in handcuffs. For one brief moment, Anna and Tom Bowden believe they have won. But this is Cape Fear, and in this story, the moment you think you are safe is usually the moment the real nightmare begins. Episode 8 is titled Los tiempos de Dios son perfectos, which translates to God's timing is perfect, and the title could not be more appropriate, because the timing of what happens next is almost cruel. While Anna and Tom are still enjoying their victory, their daughter Natalie goes outside for a swim. She has no idea that something horrifying is waiting for her beneath the water, something that will destroy the last remaining illusion that the Bowden family can ever return to normal. But before we get there, the episode begins with Max Cady being taken into custody. The police have found suspicious items hidden inside his home. Max denies that the evidence belongs to him. He remains calm, almost too calm. While the officers search the property, Max watches them carefully. He does not look like a man who has lost control. He looks like a man who knows something everyone else does not. And that is the first warning sign. Because Max has been arrested before. He has been threatened before. He has been attacked before. But every time the Bowdens believe they have finally cornered him, Max somehow turns the situation around. This time appears different. Anna and Tom are standing outside, watching Max being taken away, and for once they are smiling. They believe their plan worked. They planted evidence in Max's house. They convinced Anna's father, Brandon, to help them, and now Max is being taken away. Anna and Tom think the danger is finally over, but their victory lasts only a few minutes, because while they are celebrating, another member of the family is fighting a completely different battle. Zach is still inside a psychiatric facility. His doctor believes he may finally be coming out of his dissociative state. Zach remembers only fragments of what happened, pieces of different memories, images that do not seem to connect. He remembers allowing a dangerous trespasser to live inside the walls of his home. He remembers attacking his own father with garden shears, but he does not fully understand why he did any of it. The doctor tries to reassure him. He explains that Zach may be recovering, that the confusion may be a sign that his real personality is returning, but Zach does not feel better. He feels angry, confused, and completely disconnected from himself. The doctor tells him that he may not be going home anytime soon, and that answer sends Zach into another emotional spiral. He begins shouting, he becomes furious, then suddenly apologizes, then becomes confused all over again. The doctor tells him that he will eventually start to feel like himself, but Zach asks the question that hangs over his entire storyline. What if he no longer knows who himself is? Meanwhile, back at the Bowden home, Anna and Tom are enjoying their brief moment of peace. They talk about the house. They remember moving in years earlier. They remember Anna's sobriety. They remember the life they built together. For a moment, they almost seem like a normal married couple again. And that is what makes the next moment so disturbing. Because while Anna and Tom are sitting inside, trying to remember the good years, Natalie goes swimming. She dives into the pool. She swims across the water. And then she sees something at the bottom. At first, she cannot tell what it is. A large cooler, sitting underwater. Natalie swims closer. She opens it, and suddenly, the illusion of normality disappears. Body parts come spilling out. Ray's body, dismembered, hidden inside the family pool. Natalie screams. The camera cuts away, and suddenly the entire episode changes direction. Max is in police custody, but Ray is dead, and his body has been delivered directly to the Bowden family. This is not random. Max wanted someone to find it, and he knew Natalie was the most likely person to do so, because Max understands the Bowdens better than they understand themselves. He knows how they react under pressure. He knows which secrets they will hide, and he knows that when they are afraid, they make mistakes. The police arrive at the Bowden home. The pool becomes a crime scene, and the investigators immediately begin asking questions. How did Ray die? Where was he killed? And most importantly, who used the gun? The bullets found in Ray's body point towards a 9mm weapon. Tom immediately realizes the danger, because the Bowden family owns a 9mm Glock, and when he checks the gun safe, he discovers something terrifying. 3 rounds are missing. Someone has fired the weapon, and now Tom must make a decision. He can give the gun to the police, or he can hide it. Tom panics and chooses the second option. He throws the weapon away. Then he gives the police a different gun. He believes he is protecting his family, but what happens next changes everything. Because from the perspective of the police, Tom has just done something incredibly suspicious. A man is murdered. A gun registered to Tom is missing bullets. And instead of handing over that weapon, Tom gives the police another one. The Bowdens believe Max is framing them, but the police do not see a family being framed. They see a family trying to hide evidence. And that is exactly what Max wanted. The discovery of Ray's body changes everything. The police immediately begin searching for answers, and one question quickly rises to the surface. Where is Tom's gun? Tom checks the family gun safe, and then he freezes. His Glock is missing 3 bullets. That means someone used the weapon. And if those bullets match the wounds in Ray's body, the Bowdens could be in serious trouble. Tom realizes what is happening. Max has somehow turned the family's own gun into evidence against them. But instead of handing the weapon over to the police, Tom panics. He gets rid of it. Then he gives the detectives a different gun. It may seem like a clever move, but it is actually the exact mistake Max wanted him to make. Now, Tom is no longer just a grieving man caught in a terrible situation. He looks like someone trying to hide evidence, and Detective Grayson notices. At the same time, Natalie is falling apart. She knows she took the gun. She knows she traveled to North Carolina with Max, and she knows something terrible may have happened there. But she still cannot accept that Max is responsible for Ray's death, so she calls him. And Max does what Max does best. He lies. He manipulates. He makes Natalie question everything she thinks she knows. Max suggests that Anna and Tom might have killed Ray just to frame him. For a moment, Natalie is caught between 2 terrifying possibilities. Either Max murdered Ray, or her own parents did. But deep down, Natalie knows something. Her parents may be reckless. They may lie. They may make terrible decisions. But she cannot believe they would murder Ray and cut up his body just to destroy Max. And slowly, the truth begins to break through. Max has been using her, just like he has used everyone else. Meanwhile, Anna goes to deal with another problem. Her father, Brandon. And this meeting becomes almost unbelievable. Brandon is injured, high, and completely unstable. Anna tells him to leave town before the police connect him to the plan to frame Max. But Brandon does not simply agree. He wants money. A lot of money. $100,000. Anna is stunned, but Brandon makes his position very clear. Pay him, or let the police find him. And then he delivers one of the most disturbing revelations of the episode. He tells Anna that she is not really her mother's daughter. And then he tells her something even more unsettling. She is just like him. For years, Anna has tried to build a respectable life. She became a lawyer. She got sober. She created a family. But maybe the darkness she spent years running from was never completely gone, and Max knows exactly how to bring it back. While the Bowdens try to stay ahead of the investigation, Anna and Noah search through Ray's digital files. And finally, they find something important. Ray had uploaded photographs from his trip to North Carolina. The images lead them to Crystal's houseboat. This could be the evidence they need. But there is a problem. Detective Grayson is no longer looking at the case the way they are. He is looking at Tom. The missing gun, the bar fight, the attempted frame-up. Every piece of evidence seems to point in the same direction. And then the police discover that Tom gave them the wrong weapon. The trap tightens. Before the Bowdens can explain themselves, Detective Grayson arrives. Tom is arrested for Ray's murder, and the story against him is devastating. According to the police, Ray discovered that Tom and Anna were trying to frame Max. Ray tried to stop them, and Tom killed him to keep the truth from coming out. The theory is wrong, but it sounds believable, and that is exactly what makes it so dangerous. Then the final piece falls into place. Brandon appears on television with Max and his lawyer, and he confirms that Tom asked him to plant the drugs in Max's house. The Bowden's secret plan is now public. Their carefully protected image begins to collapse, and Max watches it happen, smiling, because this is exactly what he wanted. But Tom has one question that has been haunting him for years. Could Natalie be Max Cady's daughter? When Anna visits him in jail, he finally asks her directly, and Anna cannot give him a straight answer. She says she does not know. That answer destroys what little trust remains between them. Tom realizes that Anna has been hiding something enormous, and he tells her to leave. Now the family is completely fractured. Tom is in jail, Zach is under psychiatric care, Natalie is drowning in guilt, and Anna is alone. But then Anna finally tells Natalie the truth. 17 years earlier, Anna was struggling with alcoholism. She would lose entire hours, sometimes entire nights. She was engaged to Paul, but her life was already falling apart. Then one night, she went drinking with Max, and after that, she could not remember what happened. She does not know whether she and Max slept together. She does not know whether Natalie is his daughter, and that uncertainty has haunted her for years. Natalie listens, and for the first time, mother and daughter truly understand each other. But the truth does not bring peace. It brings anger, because Natalie finally realizes something. Max did not simply destroy the Bowden family from the outside. He found the secrets they were already hiding and turned those secrets against them. Then Anna says something that changes everything. Either the family dies, or Max dies. Natalie takes those words seriously, very seriously, and soon she decides to finish the nightmare herself. She takes a gun, she goes to Max, and she confronts the man who has destroyed her family. But Max is waiting for her. He knows exactly how to provoke her. He pushes her, he challenges her, he makes her believe that pulling the trigger might be the only way to end everything. And then, Natalie shoots Max in the stomach. For one moment, it looks like the nightmare is over. But Max is not dead, and the police arrive. Natalie is arrested. Now Tom is in jail, Natalie is in custody, Zach is still under psychiatric hold, and Anna is the only member of the family left outside. But Max has survived, and as Anna looks at the destruction surrounding her, she finally understands the truth. Max never needed to defeat the Bowdens directly. He only needed to make them destroy themselves. And with a hurricane approaching Cape Fear River, Anna decides to stop running. She takes a gun, she gets into her car, and she drives toward Max's family. Because if she wants to save what remains of her family, she may have to face the monster at the center of it all. And this time, she may not come back the same person. Max survives Natalie's gunshot, and that is exactly what he wanted, because the shooting gives him one more opportunity to make the Bowdens look guilty while presenting himself as the victim. Natalie is arrested, Tom remains behind bars, Zach is still under psychiatric care, and Anna is left completely alone. But Max has made one mistake. He has pushed Anna too far. When she visits him in the hospital, Max finally reveals his real goal. He wanted Anna to feel what it was like to lose everything: her husband, her children, her family, her freedom. And now he believes he has won. But Anna refuses to let him have the final word. Using the clues left behind by Ray, she tracks down Crystal's location near Cape Fear River. Then she grabs a gun and drives straight into the approaching hurricane. The episode ends with Anna heading toward the final confrontation. The meaning of the title becomes clear. Los tiempos de Dios son perfectos. God's timing is perfect. Max believed his timing was perfect. Every trap, every lie, every betrayal. But now Anna is coming for him. And for the first time, Max may have pushed the wrong member of the Bowden family too far. By the end of episode 8, the family is completely broken. But the final battle has finally begun. And the question is no longer whether Max Cady can destroy the Bowdens. The question is, what will Anna become to stop him? Because in Cape Fear, the truth may be dangerous, but the final confrontation could be even worse.